Welcome back to my channel. I hate long intros, so we're going to get right into it. I recently got two of the Caron Macchiato Cakes. I got them in the colors Breathe, which is this really pretty blue and purple colored cake, and the other color that I got was Nourish, which is this beautiful green foresty color. There was another one that I liked, which was a pink, red, purple type color called Lovely, but my budget only allowed for two, so these are the two that I chose. I did buy these on my own. I'm not sponsored. I think I got them on sale, and I think it was a buy one, get one 50% off. Still, I got these on my own, but Yarn Inspirations, if you would like to send me yarn, hi, I'm Megan, and I like to crochet, so yeah. Anyway, enough of the silly stuff. So I fell in love with both of these colors. I couldn't tell you which one is my favorite because I love them both so much. They are 8 ounces each, which is a pretty decent size in my opinion. I usually use Red Heart Super Saver, which is a 7-ounce skein, and it ranges a bit, but that price is normally around $4.50 each. And these Caron cakes are $12.99 plus tax. At normal price, Michael's does have some sales, so you could probably get them at a better price if you have a coupon or a sale, and you can get these, I believe you can get these directly from Yarn Inspirations. I don't know if they are running any sales. I haven't been to their website in a little bit because I just want to buy all the yarn. These are 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So if you have a wool allergy or someone that you are making something for is allergic to wool, probably skip these. I am not allergic to wool, which is awesome because I would miss out on these if I was, and that would be a huge bummer. The recommended hook size or needle size is 6mm, which is a size 10 or J. I pretty much never look at that, but if you were wondering or you actually care about using the correct hook size or needle size, that info is for you. I pretty much just use my blue 5mm H hook. Sometimes I use a blue 5.5mm I hook too, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, now that we're all done with the fact sheet list, I wanted to make hats. I am a hat maker and hats are my jam. Ironically, I don't really wear hats. I know. I don't know why that is, but that's just a thing. I don't know. But I wanted to make so many hats with this yarn, but I wanted to kind of test it out in case I decided I didn't like it or I wanted to get more at some point. I don't know. But I wanted to test it out a little bit, so I wanted to just pick two really good hats and go with that. So with the Nourish yarn, I knew exactly what I was going to make. I wanted to make this beautiful cabled elf fairy pointy styled hat, and I was so excited to do it. I thought this yarn would be perfect, and spoiler alert, it totally was. I did run into a few parts of this yarn where the size consistency was a little wonky. A few parts were a little skinnier and a few parts were a little bit thicker, but it didn't bother me at all. I just kept going. I know that that is a thing that bugs other people sometimes, so if that's an issue, that is something that happened. It isn't an issue for me, so that's the only con that I found with this yarn. I did notice the striping or the ombre-ness of this yarn was really subtle in the green Nourish color. I actually really love that. I feel like if I had to start or stop or sew on body parts for like plushies, it wouldn't be a stark contrast or look wonky or have weird coloring or be color blockish, which would be fine for some things if that was your plan. But I know that sometimes with ombre or stripy yarns, you end up with weird coloring in some places. I didn't have any of that with this. Though I just want to point out that I do really love the color block look, so that isn't an issue for me most of the time. This hat worked up really easily, and I didn't have any snags or fraying or factory knots, which is really great because yarn breaks from factory knots can be super upsetting, especially if you're using a stripy or ombre yarn. It just ruins the entire thing and the flow of all the colors. I do think that if my cake had a break in it or a factory knot, I think the striping is subtle enough that it really wouldn't have ruined any of my project and I could have just kept going and it wouldn't have been noticeable. So that's another thing that I really love about this yarn. So a little bit of a story time. When I went to Michael's to get this yarn, there was an older woman there and she was just standing in the yarn aisle. She looked a little bit lonely, I guess. And she started telling me all about her life, her favorite colors, how she grew up, about her parents, her siblings, her kids, even. She also told me about her political views, which was a little silly when I think about it. I don't know why she told me all of this. I must just have a friendly, like, tell me all about you face. I don't know. I wanted to go look around Michael's since I rarely get to go to Michael's, but I got to learn about this woman's life, and yeah, that's a thing that I did. She seemed much happier after we talked, so that's a good thing. I am a little bummed that I didn't get to go look at the clearance section, which to me feels a little bit like an incomplete trip anywhere because I always want to go look down the clearance aisle. Sometimes the clearance aisle is just full of junk, and sometimes it is full of treasure, and you never know which one is going to be there until you walk down the aisle. My dad used to tell me when we'd go to the store together that we'd have to check the clearance aisle to make sure there wasn't anything there that we couldn't live without. My dad's passed since, so I don't go to the store with him, obviously. But I do tell my daughter that same story every time we go. Well, we got to check the clearance aisle just to make sure there's nothing we can't live without. Um, anyway, that's enough of the crochet story time. I thought I needed to try this yarn out with a plushie, and I am absolutely obsessed with these cube animals. I also love cats. I love all animals, but Carl made me a little bit of a cat person. So I absolutely love this yarn. When I was making the elf style hat, that I just knew I wanted to make a plushie with different parts, and this would be perfect. It wouldn't have the color block look, and don't get me wrong, I love a good color block, but that's not the look that I was going for this particular cat. I kind of wanted to go with like a forest cat look. I don't really know what that means. It just sounded good when I was like half-ass scripting this. I wanted a sort of like mossy, foresty type of cat. And I feel like that's what I achieved with this yarn. It is so pretty. For this cube cat, I went with a crocheted and embroidered face. I do love the ease of safety eyes, and I love all the colors that they come in and the versatility, but I've just sort of been moving away from them. So I crocheted some black eyes and I embroidered a little brown nose to kind of play off the more brown shades and brown tones of green in this yarn color. So it didn't blend in exactly, but it would kind of play with those colors nicely instead of standing out too much and taking the focus away from the whole cat. Next, we have the color Breathe. I love, love, love this one. Blue is my favorite color, and I love blue with other colors, especially purple and green. I just think it's so pretty together. I didn't want to do just another elf hat or a cabled hat, even though I absolutely love them. I wanted this hat to be special and different. So I learned a whole new stitch for this one. I learned the star stitch for this yarn. I also made my first hat band thingy for the front. I've never made a hat in this way, so this was new for me. I have never crocheted like a back loop only band thingy for a hat, which is kind of wild since I have been crocheting hats for a very long time. But that wasn't the only first thing that, I did for this hat. I learned the star stitch, and I'm kind of obsessed with the star stitch. I want to make star stitch hats all the time for everything. Um, I I just kind of want to star stitch to my heart's content, but for now, this is what I have. I absolutely love this color. I can't say that enough. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. It's soft and fuzzy, and the color changes are so perfect, and they're just so pretty. I know I keep saying that, but it really is just so pretty. I'm a little mad at myself for not doing the star stitch sooner. It seemed like it would be really hard, and it kind of wasn't. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I resisted it so much because this was like the perfect hat. And it's so pretty, and I just want to wear it around. I mean, I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. So, my star stitch beanie worked up really fast. I think that I only frogged one row, or I don't even think it was a whole row. I just didn't like the way it looked. I think my tension was just off a little bit, so I just pulled it out and went back to redo it. And that was about it. I think everything else was pretty smooth sailing for this hat. I did really enjoy the process of this hat. I really like the star stitch. I don't know why I resisted so much. Like I did want to do it, and then I did it and it was so easy. Um I don't know. I love this hat so much. I think it's my favorite hat right now. I also really like the pom-pom that I picked for this. It just pops right off this hat. It's so perfect. I'm so proud of this one. I think when I was about halfway through, I snapped this really ugly picture of it. It was probably blurry too, and I sent it to my sister, and I was like, "Do you love this? I love this so much." And she's just like, "Yes, yes, it's very pretty." And then when it was finished, I sent her, oh gosh, probably 10 pictures, like at every angle. And I was like, "Sister, do you love this? I love it. I'm obsessed." And she goes, "Yes, yes, you did a great job. It's wonderful." And I am just so obsessed with it. I annoyed my sister with how happy I was with it. So I'm very pleased. Um, so I added just a regular fur faux pom pom. I can never remember if this is lavender or lilac because I know they're basically the same. One of them's just a slightly warmer tone. But I thought that it was a really good choice because it kind of popped off with the lavender color. Oh, there's Carl. Hi, Carl. He probably wanted to come see what I was doing. Um, what was I saying? So I just wanted a little pop of color with this, and I feel like the purple isn't an overbearing color in the rest of the color scheme, so I think that that was a good choice personally. And I'm really, really proud of this hat. I know I keep saying that. I am just so proud of it. I love how it turned out, and I wasn't super sure that I wanted to do a star stitch when I first started, and I'm so glad that I did. Hopefully you will see more star stitch hats. Hopefully I can make a few more soon because I had so much fun making it. And because I couldn't just stop there, I also made this. Oh, it's so cute. I absolutely love it. It's this little sleepy dragon. I absolutely love how it turned out. I know I said that in plushies I was pretty sure that it wouldn't color block, and it didn't. I love how they turned out. I just think they're so cute. They're just cute little babies, and I love them. I actually took inspiration from my cute baby and shaped them sort of how my Carl sleeps, and I just think they're so much cuter for it. I love them so much. And here are all of my creations from these 2 cakes of yarn. I still have some left over. Um, I don't know how much I can actually get out of it, but I do feel like it was worth the money, um, given that it's a little bit higher price than what I normally pay for yarn. I thought the hype around the Caron cakes was a little silly, but now having used them, I actually think the hype is real. As far as pros and cons, the yarn's gorgeous. It's super easy to use, and as far as like the price goes, you get a decent amount for the higher price that you pay instead of the more affordable yarn that I normally use. The only cons that I see are if you're allergic to wool. That's it. If you're allergic to wool, skip this. And I'm really sorry about your wool allergy because I would be so bummed out if I couldn't use this. I'm so happy with this yarn. And I don't get super excited about going to Michael's, but I actually want to go to Michael's right now. But they are closed. I'm not going to tell you what time it is while I'm recording this, but I should probably go to bed. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. I hope that you guys like this video. I really enjoyed this yarn. I absolutely love it. I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making all of this stuff. I love the hats that I made. I love my cute cat, and my little dragons are so adorable. Now that we're at the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I absolutely loved the Caron Macchiato cakes. I think the hype is real. Let me know what you think of them and what your favorite color of the Caron cakes is Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload, and thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!